If you're watching this on YouTube, this is the replay from my TikTok live where we connect every Monday and Friday and we go through the energy of the week. So feel free to skip ahead a couple minutes because I'm going to wait for everybody to get on. Whoops. Good morning, good morning. Come on in. Welcome, welcome everybody. Thank you. I needed a change up. I got it, it's all been cut, but the most dramatic is the bangs. Good morning. Yes, happy Monday. Come on in. Thank you, Glenn. That's what I wanted. Thank you. You know what? I forgot to change this to weekly tarot reveal instead of weekend. Hey, Miss Jamie. Good morning, everybody. I don't know where my little thing is. I don't know why my glasses get smudged. But happy Monday. If you're new here, we do this every Monday and Friday, okay? We look at the energy of the week ahead because we need to know what's coming for us. We need to know how to use the energy to our benefit. So this is why we do this. All right. Thank you. So yeah, I cut my hair because I needed something different and I wanted something that would be better for my natural wave so I don't have to blow dry it every single day. So I'm still getting used to it. It'll look different all the time, but it's fun. You're so sweet, Glenn. Can you imagine when you start a singing session? Oh my God, work it. Thank you, y'all are so sweet. I'm gonna keep y'all in my pocket all day. Okay, so what we're gonna do right quick before we get started in the tarot and oracles, we're gonna clear our energy, okay? We have to cleanse out the heart chakra. We have to get all of that heaviness from the weekend out of our energy field, and then we can start fresh, all right? So let me pause the music. All you need to do is sit up if you can, put your feet on the floor if you can, relax everything that you can. If you can't sit up or can't put your feet on the floor, that's okay. Just relax as much as you can. Listen to the vibration of the bowl. Let it cleanse out any heaviness, fear, anxiety, whatever's going on within you, okay? You just take deep breaths. That's all you have to do. Relax and take deep breaths. Here we go. Just breathe. Let it all go. It's still ringing. Now let's all take one collective deep breath in. Feel your lungs, expand them, pick up all that heaviness. Now blow it out. There we go. There we go. We are all set now. We forget how much the breath affects us. If you're not breathing deep enough, if you're not breathing, to get that oxygen in your blood into your brain, then it's going to cause a lot of issues, okay? Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's get our blessing of the day. You went and stood outside barefoot? Good. So did I. You guys, I don't know if it's me or what's going on. Y'all tell me, but I have been waking up so freaking early. Like, at first, months ago, it was like 7 a.m., 6:30. Then it moved to like 5:30. Now, 4:30. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? You too. Okay. No, like, I mean, waking up super early, 4:30 in the morning, 4:30, 4:45, just awake. And I'm like, son of a bitch. But I make it throughout the entire day. It's not like I'm dragging, really. It's just I'm awake. So, anyways, let's get our blessing for the week. Do I go to the bed at the same time? Mm-hmm. Yeah. 5:30 and trying to sleep more was a fight. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just supposed to be awake. So let's get our blessing for the week. I think I have them upside down. Oh, no. A blessing of Seeley. I know we've had this one recently, but let me pull the book again because I don't have it memorized. Look how beautiful that is. Thank you. Look how beautiful that card is. See all the butterflies? All about transformation. And it's number 1. So it's about the self, new beginnings, assertion, action, all of that. So let's see what we need to know. Whoops, I went too far. So yeah, since I've been waking up early, I just get out and I go outside and just watch the sunrise, and I absorb all of that light. I meditate, I do my journaling, I ground my energy, and I'm like, I guess this is what we're doing now. Okay. So, a blessing of Seeley. The fairy gift of the benevolence of the good Seeley court. A gift from the Seeley court is yours. The Seeley court is a place where you are treated with courtesy and honor, respect, and grace. To be blessed by the Seeley is to have kindness into your life. This blessing from the Seeley court acknowledges the courtesy and respect you have extended to others and the kindness you have done again and again without thought for what you would receive in return. The Seeley have been observing your goodness, and due to this goodness, you are now receiving a reward. You will find consideration and empathy, understanding, and rewards when this blessing comes to you. There could be a small windfall, a little extra of everything, so that suddenly it seems like the universe is supporting you, and that what once was a struggle becomes easier. Isn't that awesome? So what this is saying is the universe is acknowledging everything that you're doing. Okay, the universe is feeling that vibration. They're seeing everything that you're doing, and you're going to get good karma back. This is why we always do things in love. This is why we always are good to other people, because it's just what we put out, we get back. That's essentially what this card is saying. So it's saying they've witnessed what you've been putting out, and now you're going to get some of that back this week. So let's pick the deck that we're going to use. Let's see. I still have a lot of my stuff boxed up just because, like we've been talking about, unpacking is a process. So I'm not willing to rush it. Okay, so deck 1 or deck 2? Let me move this. 1 or 2? Y'all tell me. One, 2. Who just said buckle my shoe? Oh, y'all are splitting it. My goodness. Let me see. It looks like 2s are just barely winning out. So let's do 2 today, okay? We've used 1 a lot lately, so let's do 2 today. 3, 4, shut the door. Yep. Yeah, I like 1 too. It's a really, really cool deck. It was made by Red Fairy Tarot. She's on here. She's a great reader. Hey, Anne. Long time no see. I love it how y'all are keeping it going. Let's see. What do we need to know for this week? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the energy of each day up until Thursday. And then on Friday, we're going to look at each day of the weekend. Okay? So let's see what we need to know. Now you're stuck on the rhyme. Sorry. What do we need to know for the week? Whoops. All right. So the energy for today is we have the Five of Swords. Okay. So the Five of Swords can indicate some sort of conflict. Now, this could be verbal, it can be mental, it can be with this being a collective reading, we want to look at it in all aspects because the swords are thoughts, ideas, and communication. Okay? So be aware to watch your communication today because it can be triggering to somebody else. Now, here's the thing. Somebody else's triggers are their problem if you haven't done something to like attack that person. You know what I'm saying? So if you're speaking your truth and that upsets someone, that's going to be their problem. Just don't get involved with any arguments because there is no point in arguing with a fool. There's no point in arguing with somebody who is hell-bent on misunderstanding you or who just wants to argue because they're in a negative space. Okay? Also, if you have conflicting thoughts today, we need to make sure that we are grounding down your energy, okay? Because when you do your grounding work, it helps you to release that stress, okay? It's like an electrical socket, if I can speak. We need that grounding wire so the energy doesn't go haywire, okay? So this is just like, don't participate in any conflict, even if it's your own. Okay, acknowledge it for what it is, and then see how you can gain some sort of clarity from it. See how you can, respond to the situation in your power instead of react to it. All right. That's how it started your day. Uh-oh. So let's look at Tuesday. We have the Two of Cups. Look at that. So on Tuesday is a much more harmonious day for you, okay? This is going to be where you are bonding with the other people around you. Now, this would be a great time to communicate because you're both leading from the heart, okay? You're both in a space of willing to understand one another. Also, if you've been waiting on something, now this is going to be different again for everybody because not everybody's looking for love. Not everybody's looking for a job. It's going to be different. There is going to be an opportunity of like something good coming in for you that is the right vibration for you. Okay. So make sure that you are open to receiving what is for your highest vibration, what is for your highest good. If you're in a relationship and you're wanting to know, is it going to go to the next level? Well, Tuesday is a prime opportunity for that to happen. However, if you're having a conflict with that person today, Tuesday would be where you both come back together and you settle down and you have that nice conversation because it's heart-led. Okay. If you're looking, if you had a job interview and you're wondering if you're going to get the job, well, Tuesday would be a prime time to hear about that. Okay. Because the Two of Cups is the Ace of Cups, but taking it a step further. Okay. Being on that reciprocated vibration. Moon in Libra, relationships is squaring, conflict in Chiron and Aries. Well, there you go. See, the cards always go with the astrology too. This is why I love having Jamie with us. Okay, so Wednesday, we have the Devil. So, interesting. Okay. I want to see, because on Wednesday, it's kind of like, if we're looking at it as far as relationships, let's start there first. If we're looking at this as far as relationships, it's like having some sort of conflict, resolving it, and then still stewing over it. We're not doing that, okay? It can also be a time for you to reflect on what toxic patterns you have, okay? We're not focusing on other people right now. We're focusing on you. What toxic patterns do I have? Do I overthink things? Do I bring up the past even though we've resolved it? Am I making stuff up in my head? Okay? There's a lot that can be said about the devil, okay? The devil is just that suppressive energy, that low vibe energy that makes you feel like you're stuck, but it's actually, you have to take self-control and figure out, okay, let me hold the mirror in front of my face and see what exactly I'm doing. How am I self-sabotaging? Okay? So this is gonna be a situation to where, like on Wednesday, you may have something come up mentally, emotionally, or just externally where you're feeling kind of like stuck and you're like, this sucks. But understand that your inconveniences are actually your blessings because they're teaching you something. They're showing you something. Or let's say like if you're in traffic, your guides, whoever's watching out for you, may be delaying you because you're missing something up ahead that could have been extremely detrimental. Does that make sense? You needed that? Okay. Well, I'm glad you're here. So let's look at Thursday. Thursday, we have the 6 of coins in reverse. My family is detecting angry tone of voice from me when I don't intend it. Okay, well, let's maybe record yourself to see what they hear, right? Or just take a step back and be like, okay, what am I trying to convey, and how can I convey this through my heart space? How can I say it in a calm and loving manner, but still get my point across? Lots of ways you can do that. So anyways, Thursday we have the 6 of coins in reverse. Now, Thursday for sure would not be the best day to like try to borrow money, to get a loan, anything like that. Watch your spending on Thursday. But I also would like for you to think about how it makes you feel when you need to pay for something. Okay? Especially for a small business. Now, I know like the whole greed corporation stuff, legit. Like they're legitimately screwing us, right? But I'm talking more about like small business type of thing, or things that you have to pay for, like bills and whatnot. How do you feel about that when you have to pay for something? If it makes you angry, if it makes you anxious, if it makes you scared, then we need to address why. We need to see what's going on and what this relationship to money is, okay? Because anytime I see somebody that comes up to me or, messages me or comments that they're angry that they have to pay for my tarot apprenticeship, or they have to pay for readings or whatever it is, I automatically see that person in a lack mindset. And it's unfortunate for them, but I can't force them to see things differently until they're ready. Okay, so what is your relationship with money? Are you feeling like, there's not enough, that you have to keep like in this fear mode? I know a lot of us are in survival mode, but with this energy right here, we have this conflict going on and we have this low vibration. So that's why I'm feeling this. And it's like, what are you putting out into the universe as far as money? When I pay a bill, I make sure that I sit for a second in gratitude because having to pay high bills sucks, right? But we want to be grateful that we have the ability to do so. Does that make sense? Even if you can only pay part of it, but like, thank God I have the money to pay part of it. I'm so grateful because this is providing me something that I need. Okay? I'm doing a collective reading. I'm planning on being on Wednesday to do personal readings. So mark your calendar. But is this making sense? Are y'all getting this? So on Thursday, it's a time to really reflect about what's going on with your financial situation. Are you putting more out than you're receiving? Do you have this negative relationship? Not a good day to ask for money. Okay, Let's find this balance in how you're reciprocating the energy. Also, in your relationships, if you're having an issue with the relationship, how is this unbalanced as far as the giving and receiving energy? Okay? Because remember, the universe is watching you, and it's not like they're watching you as far as like you should be afraid. It's just they're acknowledging your energy, what you put out. This is essentially like karma. What you put out, you're going to get. So why don't we approach things through the heart space and say, you know what? This really upsets me. This really hurts my feelings. Here's what I need. Okay? And that's how you can come together through these things. But once it's resolved, don't go back over it. Okay? Don't stew over it. Remember, what's happened in the past is the past. It's no longer existing. What matters is right now, and then how you move forward. If somebody repeats a pattern moving forward, then you know that they are now moving intentionally, and you decide what you're going to do with that. Okay? It's hitting so many chords, Gabby. Good. I'm really hoping this is helping you. I've been going through that for many years. I'm so grateful to be able to pay my bills. Yeah, same here, Anne. Same here. Grateful for the AC in the South. Oh, no joke. It gets hot early. I was outside doing my journaling and meditation, and right around like 7:30, 7:45, it starts getting real hot. It was real humid this morning. So look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Son of Cups. So it's the Knight of Cups in reverse. When the Knight of Cups is in reverse, it's indicating that there is a lack of moving through the heart space. There has been really no action taken as far as what brings you emotional joy, what brings you emotional fulfillment. Are you being sincere when you're dealing with people and with yourself? Okay. My partner wants to get better with money. That's good. We all need to get better with money, because look what's behind it. The 10 of coins. Okay. The 10 of coins is, what is your legacy? What is it that you want to build with your life? How can you take these practical steps? How can you realize where you're sabotaging yourself, how others may be sabotaging you, like what's going on to where you're feeling stuck, and are you allowing this to make you feel stuck? So whatever's going on Wednesday, like I said, it's that low vibe, feeling pressured type of energy. And it's like, what are you saying to yourself? What are you saying about yourself that's keeping you stuck? One of the worst things that really drives me crazy, and I used to do it, is single moms. They always say, yeah, but I'm a single mom, so I can't. Bullshit. You're a single mom, you're a badass. You can do anything. You're keeping yourself, you're keeping your kids alive, you're busting your ass. Like, you're a superhero. You created life. You can do anything. Don't use being a single mom as a crutch. Use it as your superpower, okay? Or a single parent, whatever. Money issues is ruining my marriage, along with a few other issues. Oh, I'm so sorry, Terry. But here's the thing. If we know it's money issues, if we know that's the main culprit, that can be fixed. That can be healed. But it takes both parties, right? It takes both parties. It can't be just the one, okay? It has to be both people wanting to heal a situation in order for it to be healed. That's why we have that 2 of Cups, right? Both are coming with the same intentions, with the same energy. And if there is a situation here that arises on Wednesday, we have to be careful on Thursday that it's not just one person working on that, okay? Single moms are warriors. Yes, they are. Will I find love on a dating app? Probably not. I don't recommend dating apps because they don't allow you to feel the person's energy. Like, you have to be really good, really tapped in to be able to sense somebody's energy through a photo in a dating app. Most of them aren't even real. And we want to meet somebody in person. This is why it's important to get out and explore and go do things that you love, because you need to sense their vibration. You need to see who they are, hear their voice, watch their mannerisms, and that's going to start giving you those spidey senses of, yeah, that's the right person for me or not, okay? So I feel like with the blessing of Seelie, of the universe acknowledging how you're moving through life through the heart space, you're going to be, I don't want to say challenged with that this week, but you might be. Okay, there might be some conflict you need to resolve this week, and it's gonna, you know, allow you to, like, the opportunity to prove to yourself that you can do this, to apply things differently than you would have in the past. Okay. Single parent, going through a lot, but still always pulling through it all. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. Single, you know, being a single parent, you just find a way. Like, somebody asked me a long, long time, it was several years ago. She was a new parent, and she got help from her family, like her in-laws and her parents and stuff like that. I didn't have that much. I had some, but not a whole lot. But she was like, you know, but God, being a mom is hard. Like, I don't know how y'all do it as single moms. And I was like, you just do it. You don't have a choice. You just do it. You just make it happen. That's the answer. That's all there is to it. You just make it happen. Good morning. Good morning. If you missed the beginning, don't worry. I put this on my YouTube so you can go back and watch it. Yep, you just do it. Look at that. Another number 1, Aries act. Okay? Now, but listen to this, though. Aries is a very headstrong energy, okay? It's telling you to act in confidence and in your strength by knowing who you are. However, we don't want to act by, like, ramming the shit out of somebody. That's not how, we don't bulldoze over people to get our way, okay? We have to learn. As an Aries rising myself, I'm all fire, so I had to learn, I had to really learn this. Like, we have to really take into account who we're dealing with, who they are, how they behave, and how we behave, and what is this triggering within you, and how can you respond instead of react, right? How can we get our point across, you know, maintain our balance and our power without bulldozing or, like, knocking somebody else down? Does that make sense? Okay. It's interesting how we have these ones showing up here. Because it's all about the self. It's like, how are you going to handle these situations this week? And on Tuesday, it might be, you know, a time for you to spend with a friend or your siblings. If you're having conflict with, it could be anybody at work or your relationship. It would be a good time for you to spend time with somebody that, you know, is on your same level, okay? Like I said, a friend or a sibling or somebody that's going to be there for you, okay? So you can maybe get a clear head or whatever, but understand that when you're getting advice from friends and family, it is going to be biased. Okay, it's very rare that they're going to hold the mirror up to your face. It's going to be biased one way or other. They're going to tell you what you need to do and how you need to do it, but you need to check in with you and make sure that that sits right with you. Does that make sense? Okay, because we don't just take things at face value. We feel it. How does that feel to me? And is that accurate? This is why I always recommend everybody have a mentor, a coach, or something that is on the outside, that's unbiased, okay? Oh, look, we have joy and music, and it's number 28, which what? Comes down to a 1. So music, it's interesting because when I made the tarot video, people got really upset when I mentioned music. They literally started calling me names. Oh, thank you, Jamie. You're so sweet. She said, so glad you're my mentor. Thank you. Siblings and yourself taking care of your elderly parents. Yeah, I mean, this would be y'all like coming together to figure out the game plan because there's something that might be coming up, right? So anyways, music, right? Like I said, people got really offended and really upset when I mentioned music in my video. So much to where they started calling me racist. And I never said anything about skin color, about culture. I didn't say anything about anything that could possibly be racist. Like, it's just funny. So what most people don't understand about music is attuned to the wrong frequency. It's attuned to a disruptive and chaotic frequency. So when you're listening to music, classical music is going to be the best. Meditative music is going to be the best. Humming and singing yourself is going to be the best. Okay? So be careful of what you're listening to constantly. Now look, I'm a singer. I sing on the weekends. I'm a professional singer as well. And I sing these songs. So I'm aware of what I'm saying, what I'm doing at the moment, which is why I focus a lot on grounding my energy, shedding all of that. Because yes, it's fun. Yes, it can be a creative outlet, but I also understand that it can also be very low vibrational. Okay? So be careful what you're listening to all the time. If you're doing a spiritual practice, do not have any other music other than classical or meditative music or something that you know is attuned to a proper frequency. Because I have a lot of people that would say, you know, well, my neurodivergent brain calms with heavy metal. Okay, well, there's a reason for that. Chaotic brain, heavy metal. Look what they're doing. They're vibrating together at the same frequency. So it feels calm. All you're doing is you're matching that vibration. Okay? So to me, that's a moot point. It's like, okay, it calms your brain just because you're on the same vibrational link, but that doesn't mean that it's not chaotic. Okay? Does that make sense? Y'all let me know if I'm not making sense or if I'm going over your heads. Yes, music is amazing and healthy and healing. Yes, it is. Yes, vibrations and frequency are extremely important. Humming is actually proven to help regulate our nervous system. Yep, it's why we hum to babies when they are fussy. Absolutely, especially if you can hum that middle C. There you go. I'll tell y'all a quick story. When I had my first psychic reading, like legit psychic reading years and years ago, probably like 10 or 11 years ago, something like that. I told her, I wasn't singing at the time because I had severe stage fright. And I told her, you know, am I supposed to be singing? Whatever. And she was like, yeah. And I can't remember everything that she said, but she was like, ooh, I just got a wave of energy. She goes, okay, well, I'm going to listen. You hum middle C and then I can tell you more. And I was like, what? She goes, you hum middle C, go ahead, hum middle C, and I can tell you more. And me having severe stage fright, I was scared to death. And I hummed, finally got it out. And she was like, oh yeah, your guides are over there just going. And so that was scary for me, but it was a nice confirmation. And humming that middle C is that perfect vibration, okay? Then I had a tarot reading from my mentor who taught me everything about tarot. And she told me, she was like, yeah, you're going to be a singer. And she pulls up the Six of Wands. She's like, yeah. And it wasn't until years later that it finally happened. Let's see. They have a Bob Marley video on YouTube that is 528 hertz. Ooh, interesting. I'll have to look that up. I've learned so much from watching just a few of your videos. Oh, thank you so much, Gabriel. Sound bowls or drumming to aid with sleep. I love the drums. Love the drums, which is probably why I've dated 2 drummers in the past. I love the drums, but dating drummers is not good for me. Let's see what else we need to know. But anyways, talking about music and frequency is understanding what you're listening to and knowing how it's affecting your body, okay? They are now finding out that, or like how to use the frequency to heal the body. That your voice, I don't know if y'all seen this, but your voice reveals a lot about what's going on with your health. It's fascinating, and I'm learning more about that, so I'll share more as I learn. But it's gonna be a while before I can really do anything with it, but it's fascinating. There's so much that we haven't even discovered yet, y'all. Let's see. And music is that feminine energy. It's that creative energy. So what brings you joy? Okay? What makes your soul sing? Okay? Here, oh, interesting. We have moonlight enchantment magic. And I was just looking at this full moon as I was shuffling that. Okay? So moonlight enchantment. What is enchantment? Again, it's that feminine energy. Okay? Magic. It seems like magic, but it's literally us just being the creators that we're meant to be. All right? So it feels like there's a lot of, it's interesting this week. I feel like what's going to happen is you're going to have to rise above something. See, like you're going to be enticed to go to this low vibration to see things on a human level. I feel like you're going to be enticed. Like there's going to be somebody that comes around that triggers you, and it's going to be your job to step back and be like, I'm dealing with this through my femininity. I'm dealing with this through my power, through my calmness, through my heart. Okay? That's wholeheartedly what I feel. I feel like I don't like to say test because I was a shitty test taker. Tests would always give me anxiety, but I feel like you're going to have the opportunity to prove to yourself to use the tools that we've been talking about for so long, especially if you've been in my power challenge, especially if you've been in the tribe. I've given you all of those tools. It looks like this week you very well will have the opportunity to put those into play. Okay? And it's not something to be scared about. It's something to actually look forward to because you're in control. Let's see. Oh, I love that. I'm a biofield tuner. I use tuning forks on and around the body. There you go, Cheryl. That is perfect. I bet that's interesting. Yes, I do readings for people, Becky. You can book through the link in my bio, okay? I will also be on here Wednesday. As far as my plan, I plan to be here Wednesday morning to do personal readings. Yes, I do mentor. It's called Power Coaching. You can find that on or in the link in my bio. Yes, this week is the masterclass. When is that? Tuesday? We have it set. I've got to send out the email today. If you have not been to one of our masterclasses, you need to come. Also, we're going to talk about the 777 portal. If you don't know what that is, if you haven't heard about that, come to the masterclass. I'm going to talk about the 777 portal. Extremely important, okay? I feel like that happened to me last week. I made a post in my IG stories that triggered. Ooh, uh-oh. Wednesday, I'll be here 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Like I said, that's the plan. Unless somebody books up a live reading or something like that, I'm going to keep that space open. Okay, yeah, so y'all be aware for the email. Be on the lookout for the email today about the masterclass tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me, Anne. I get so caught up in everything else that I can't remember everything. Let's see what else we need to know. Yeah, if you're looking for private mentoring, I'm happy to do that. Just go to the Power Coaching. I what do you call it? Tailor that to the person. So, it goes through what you get in the power coaching, but I actually morph it around you. So like if you're wanting to have mentoring around spirituality, we're going to focus that on that. If you want mentorship as far as tarot reading, we'll focus it on that. If you need it for a relationship, which a lot of people come to me for, we focus it on that. That's okay, Sandy. I'll put it on YouTube, don't worry. Oop. Look at that. Didn't we get this last time? Weaving flowers. So weaving flowers, remember this last time, it's talking about you are weaving this experience. Do you want to weave something beautiful, or do you want to weave something that's scratchy and uncomfortable? Okay? She's using this energy to create something. She's using the energy from above. She's using the energy from below, which is bringing it into manifestation. So you are manifesting this experience. Now, what it turns out for you is going to be different than everybody else because you decide, is this going to be positive, or is this going to be something that's going to be holding me back even further? Okay? You decide. Are you going to deal with it through your power and heart space, or are you going to let it just push you down? Let's look at the money for the week. Thank you, Sandy. I'm working so many shifts in the moment. It's hard to keep up. Oh, I know. I don't know how you do all that. Thank you all for the compliments on my hair. Like I said, I just needed a change, and I wanted something to where my hair could just like dry naturally so I don't have to do it every single day. And so we settled on a shaggy cut. I haven't had bangs in several years. So yeah, it'll take some getting used to. What do we need to know about money this week? There we go. We have Gaia. Okay. There's 3 ways to resonate. It says, spend time with nature to be healed, soothed, and regroup. That's what we've been talking about, right? We're talking about vibration. We're talking about grounding. We're talking about connecting. Number 2, protecting the planet, herbalism, livestock, or working with nature could be for you. And number 3, the universe is working with you, so believe in its subtle magnetism to guide you. There you go. Okay, like I said, what you're putting out, the universe is going to recognize that as something that you want, and so you're going to get it back. Okay, the universe has to make what you think, feel, and do correct. So it all starts in the mind, then it goes to emotions, and then it goes to actions. So let's cut off the negativity first before we start feeling it. Anytime I start to feel anxiety or negativity, I literally just tell myself, shh, 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 shh. We're not doing that. Let it go. Okay? Because being somebody with a lot of social media followers, I trigger a lot of people. And being somebody who is all fire, don't you know, I can clap back real quick. But I don't want to spend time doing that. That's negativity, right? And when you clap back with somebody in a negative way, you're building a stronger bond between you two. And you're putting yourself on that lower vibration. So we don't want to do that. Okay? Some people, like I said, with this conflict here, you decide, like, pick your battles. Is it worth it? Is this person important in your life, or is it some rando that doesn't matter? Think about that. Is this person really important? Do you deal with them every day? Is this a part of your life, or is it a random NPC? You're learning a lot? Good. Thank you. It's that Mars energy. I know, man. I know. It's God, I gotta get a hold of it sometimes. There's some comments that I literally can just like really clap back, but what I do is I delete it because I don't have to put up with somebody calling me names, somebody making up false narratives about me. Like, No. It's somebody that's insignificant. I don't care. Okay? So that's how we all need to be. Like, here's the thing about you. Nobody can define you but you. Okay? Do not ever let anybody define you, because nobody knows you like you do. So why would we let somebody on the outside tell us who we are, when most people are hell-bent on misunderstanding you? Okay? So my sun sign is Leo, my rising sign is Aries, my moon sign is Sagittarius. So they're all fire. That's why I say, when I can burn shit down, I can. I had to learn how to tame that fire, how to control it. Look. It says, a wonderful surprise is coming. Something entirely new awaits you. Right? So this is when we respond to life through the heart space, when we stop engaging with this bullshit, right? When we stop letting ourselves sabotage ourselves, then we get this reward. We have to do whatever it takes to tap you back into that spiritual power. If there's something on YouTube or a podcast or whatever it is that you need to listen to that snaps you back into your spiritual space, do that, because it's only going to help you. Because so many things are meant to distract us and pull us out of our spiritual space, and our ego is the worst about that. Okay? Because I saw a video, I don't remember who it was, but this guy was talking about, we all do that. Our ego always gravitates towards like drama, low vibration things, whatever it is. And so we have to pull it back and be like, no, we're not doing that. We have to focus on our spiritual journey, stay in that power position. And it's not easy to do, okay? This is why I do these readings Mondays and Fridays. I used to do them every day, but it just became too much for me to do that with clients and everything else. I was like running myself ragged. I wish I could do these every day. I would. But we have to stay tapped in. When I'm getting ready for the day, I'm listening to something informative, inspirational, whatever it is about my spirituality, and actually about science as well, because they both go hand in hand. Okay? This is why people get so mad at me, because they have no idea that spirituality is a science. It's not, oh, you just go do whatever you want and it doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter. Have you seen people that have done things irresponsibly and all of a sudden something really negative happens? Yeah. That's getting tangled into low vibrational stuff or putting negative karma on yourself, and now they're having to suffer the consequences. This is why I educate you so much on things. And when people get mad at me, I just know that they have not studied anything further than the little booklet of tarot cards. Thank you, Heather. Oh, I appreciate that, Samantha. She said, your knowledge and logic is so refreshing. Thank you. That means a lot. It really does. You have to redirect yourself so often? Yeah. I mean, several times a day we have to do this. Even I do. I mean, I'm not above any of y'all. This is stuff that I do daily. It's not like you get to this point and everything just stops. No, you constantly have to use this stuff daily. Yes, I love Dr. Joe Dispenza. Love it. Yes. Science and spirituality. And I love all the work that he's doing to prove all this stuff. It makes me so freaking happy. I remember sitting, I'll tell you all this right quick. I know I've been on here rambling for a long time, but I don't know. I guess y'all need to hear this. I remember years ago when I essentially was homeless. Me and my kids were having to live with my sister. And I was in my room constantly studying, constantly learning and figuring things out. I was like, I wish spirituality and science would finally get their heads out of their asses and come together. And they finally are. And it makes me so freaking happy because I am very deep into my spirituality, but I also love the logic science side because it needs, like, our human brain needs it to be proven, because our human brain doesn't have the capacity to see the huge picture. We just don't have that. Okay, so when we have the science to prove it, it just allows our brain to be like, oh, okay, now that makes logical sense. That's why I always say a healthy dose of skepticism is always great because it keeps you in balance. Okay, yes, analytical for sure. I just came across your video on my For You page and you were live. Oh, well, welcome. What about those people who do horrible things and seem to get rewarded? That's a key word, seem. Okay? Everybody gets their karma one way or another. Also, there are people here that are meant to be triggers for us. Okay, think about that. If you didn't have anybody in your life triggering you, then you wouldn't grow. So when we see somebody that does something negative that we feel like is negative, and you see like they get rewarded or whatever it is, it could be that they came in and they did their job that they planned to do. Everything is an intricate balance in this world, in this universe, okay? We're going to always have the light and the dark. So don't worry about those people. We just have to stand in our light. We have to stand in our power. That's why it's so important for you to learn from things, okay? Don't see it as something that's meant to hold you back. See it as something that's meant to fuel your fire, okay? I hope that helps. Yes, you have to go through it to grow through it. Yes. I think those people next lifetime will be challenging. Absolutely. We all go through somewhat easy lifetimes and somewhat challenging, and then really easy lifetimes and then really challenging lifetimes. I mean, we all have to go through these experiences. So that's just their experience and this one's yours. So use it to your own advantage. Yes, I love evidence-based practices. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Well, before. This is a collective reading, my dear. Like jumping on somebody's live and expecting a reading, y'all, we got to stop doing that. It's not good. Let me get one more card because I've been staring at this deck and it's calling to me. Ooh. Some of y'all keep like hitting me with waves of energy. A bag of marbles. Look at that. I want to pull the book on this because I feel like there's a deeper meaning to this. You know, it's like when people say you're crazy, it's like you've lost your marbles. But here we have number 4. So number 4 is all about stability, right? Practicality, keeping it together. Oh, it's interesting. The picture is different in the book than this is. They have a misprint. Okay, so bag of marbles, focus, center, and be organized. Yep, get it together. You have received this card as a sign from the universe that you need to relax and focus on the smaller details in your life. At times, it can be overwhelming with its fast pace. Do you ever feel stressed, disorganized, forgetful, scattered, or unprepared? I mean, it's like, hello. Yeah, check, 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 right? This is a sign that the universe is letting you know you need to slow down and recenter your thoughts and emotions in order to calm your soul. So this is what we're talking about, right? It's essentially like losing your shit. Okay. Whenever we have something happen, that's what I'm saying. We need to focus on what's going on here. Like, why do we have this conflict? So it's like, let me collect myself and address the situation. Okay, let me get my shit together and then respond. Okay, so you are allowed to take time to collect yourself. That's what we have to do in life. If you don't give yourself the time, nobody else will give you the time either. Okay? We have to be disciplined in the fact of, I need to recenter my energy. Something just triggered me, right? I just came across some conflict. Something just triggered me. Let me come back to me. Let me remember everything that I've learned on this spiritual journey. Let me respond. Okay? That's what we need to do. This is how we lead through power in the heart space, is let me just pause. Take a moment for me, because that's what I need. That's what's important. Okay? You were so triggered yesterday. Today you feel so much more centered. Good. Perfect. All right, let's see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Everybody resonating with the needing to get it together, for sure. Okay, any last minute questions or anything before I go? Hello from Montana, or welcome. What did I miss? Hang on. I missed something. Oh, is it possible for you to feel energy so remotely? I always wondered about technology and tarot. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because here's the thing. Here's something that science has proven. Energy knows no boundaries. Okay? So whenever you're here watching this and you're focusing your energy on me or on the cards, I'm picking up your energy. It's a lot being on a live because, as you see, when I say, oh, somebody just hit me with their energy, I will feel like this wave. It's almost like the first feelings of like a buzz from like alcohol or something like that. That's what happens to me. Everybody else is different. But yes, you can absolutely pick up on somebody's energy through technology, because energy knows no boundaries. Like, they've done studies where they have a particle on one side of the world, a particle on the other, and they both react to each other. So yeah, it's been scientifically proven that you can do that. Now, can everybody do that? Probably not, right? I mean, unless you put in the practice. Everybody has the ability, but not everybody has the discipline and the what do you call it? The connection that they've built. I can't even think of the word right now. So like, if they've been working at it, if they've been working on their spirituality, if they've been grounding their energy and recognizing energy, then they can do it. But if it's just some like random person, they more than likely will feel it, but they won't know what they're feeling. They won't know how to hone in on that, if that makes sense. Yes, the more connected you are to yourself, the more open the channel. Yeah. Sometimes I feel exhausted from making eye contact. Yeah, I feel like it's an individual auras of people. Yeah, one thing that I learned about myself about eye contact is that's my cue that somebody has a negative vibration or something that they're emitting. If I can't look at them in the eye, there's something that is wrong. So yeah, I had to learn that. Any guidance for you in your small business? I mean, it would just really depend on what you're needing guidance on. What deck was the marble cards? It is the psychic reading cards. That one. If you're running a small business, don't expect to do everything. Don't expect to be everything. It's impossible. Like, you will wear yourself out. And I can tell you this from experience. You want to do what you're passionate about. Learn everything that you can. Be consistent. It's hard, really hard to be consistent, but be consistent. Group with people that balance you out. Like, that's why I brought in the three ladies, the healers, Anne, Jamie, and Maudie, because they all have unique abilities, but we all have the same desire and vision. So I brought them into the 22 space. You can access their services through the link in my bio. But yeah, it's just, make sure it's something that you're passionate about. Don't try to emulate something that somebody else does just because they're successful at it. Check in with you. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out how you're meant to move forward. Like for me, I'm a self-projected projector. I have to wait on the invitation. I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a marketer. People come to me naturally for things, and then it taps me into my zone of genius. So yeah, the more you learn about yourself, the more you're going to be successful in your business. Let's see. Good. I'm glad you learned. I have to meditate before I get out of my car because the day wears me out. Yeah, for sure. Do it whenever you can. Whoops. It skipped. Hang on. You're so welcome, Lisa. She said, thank you for your guidance and support for starting our week off. I like to read the comments out loud because I put this on YouTube. That way everybody knows what I'm talking about. Do you think there's a spiritual meaning behind sleep paralysis? Well, that's like where your soul is more outside of your body than inside. And so your body is just like, more so like astral projecting. I have to head out. Okay, thank you, Samantha. I appreciate you. Let's see. Yeah, see, Jamie, that's why we work well together, because you're a generator and I'm not. Generators balance me out. Thank you, Miss Charlotte. Have a good night. Can you feel anything on me getting my kids back? Oh, I don't do those types of readings on here. I'm sorry. If you need a private reading, I'm happy to do that. But yeah, that's a big responsibility here. You said you were a mentor. What do you offer as a mentor? So what we do, so my mentorship is my power coaching. It's under power coaching on my website. So what happens is we go either through 6 months worth or a year's worth, okay? So what we do is we find out where you are personally. Then I look at all of your astrology, I look at your human design, I look at your numerology, everything, and then we start to put it all into place. We take a look at the big picture, and then we readjust. Also, you get tarot readings from me, and then you get a private chat with me. So you get to chat with me throughout the day, business hours only, because some people have tried to abuse that. But you get more contact with me than anything else, because life doesn't just happen to us once a month, right? It happens to us constantly. So there's going to be things that trigger you, and you might need some unbiased advice. You might need somebody to hold that mirror and be like, okay, what is this teaching you? So the mentorship, you get a lot. You get everything that I've learned, everything that I bring in. It's just, I give you my all. So yeah, we do it in 6 months or a year. So you can apply through the link in my bio if that's what you're needing. If you are not ready for that, then I have the tribe. The tribe is where I put a lot of my modules in. I'm building my my app that's going to host the tribe soon. It's been a lot more work than I thought it was going to be, but I'm not a technology person, so I'm learning as I go. But yeah, I'm excited for that for sure. If you have a question, that's fine. Okay. Early in my journey, how can we identify our gifts? So nothing you have is a gift. Let's see it as an ability, because if it's a gift, it can be something that is determined by your worth, right? Or like something can be taken away. Oh, thank you for that. So it's an ability. We all have psychic, intuitive abilities. We all have many collective abilities. What you want to do is you want to learn about yourself. You want to know all of your astrology. You want to know your numerology. You want to know your human design, because that's going to give you a good foundational blueprint of who you are. Then, like I said, just like I take people through the power coaching, we look at everything. You got to see how that energy has played into your life up to now. And then how can you use it going forward? So there's a lot that comes to that. And you also want to look at like what do you gravitate towards naturally, Okay, what does your soul pull you towards? And that's going to be something that you can expand on. Whoops. Do you have any tips on aligning chakras? I was told mine are unaligned. Most of ours are unaligned. What you want to do is you can do your own energy work on yourself. We start by going like this. Okay, you just rub it, get that energy built up. And then you want to like go further and farther, okay? And you're going to start to feel heat and warmth in between your hands. And we go further and further. And what you're going to do is picture all the colors of the chakra one at a time. So let's do red, right? So if we're getting our energy built up, you want to make sure you ground and protect your energy first. But I'm just showing you the basics. Get that going. And then we're gonna spread it apart and you start to feel this warmth. And then we pull it apart and it's kind of like kneading dough almost, right? You wanna feel this energy between your palms and you wanna envision it as this red energy. And the God source energy is coming through you. And so it's just giving you this energy and we're just making it stronger and stronger. And we're going like this. And then you can take that energy when you feel it's full and ready, that red energy, you put it in your root chakra. And then you do the rest for the rest of your chakras. And that's gonna help you to feed those chakras, to get them in balance. But you want to ground your energy, you wanna connect to God source energy, protect yourself with the white light, clear your chakras, or you can get a Reiki attunement. I do Reiki, but there are many other Reiki practitioners out there as well. So many different ways. And we want to pay attention to why we have this stuff in our chakras. Why is it sitting there? How can we release it rather than just relying on some outward person or energy to take it away? How can we release it ourselves so it doesn't come back? Okay? So I hope that helps. I met a friend 13 years ago. We met up over the weekend. He was... Oh, I'm not doing personal readings right now. Let's see. Yeah, you can also use crystals for your chakras. Absolutely, Anne. I normally align my crystals in order and work that way. Okay, you guys, I've got to get going to appointments. You just remembered your core wound. What do you need to do with the memory? Learn from it. Learn whatever you can from it and use it as fuel for yourself. Look at who you are, your energetic blueprint, why you're here, what to experience, and then use that to help you. You're interested in my coaching? Okay, that's great. You can apply through the link in my bio. Like I said, it's under Power Coaching. So I take you through a few questions just to make sure that this is right for you, that you are ready, and then we'll go from there, okay? Thank you all so much. I hope you have a wonderful week. Like I said, I plan to be here Wednesday morning to do personal readings. They're going to be simple readings. It's not like the in-depth readings that I do privately, okay? They're going to be simple readings, but it'll be fun. So make sure you set your alarm. If you need anything else, I'm always here, okay? The link is in my bio. If you need to email me, whatever you need, okay? If you're interested, yeah, just make sure you apply through the Power Challenge. I'm sorry, not Power Challenge, Power Coaching. All right. On Wednesday, it'll be 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, okay? All right, y'all have a great day, and I will see you next time.